1045 The Team, your home for Super Bowl 51. Tweeted us, hashtag Levac and Gaz, SB51. It is time for the Monday Mirages, my friend.
Here we go.
Kind of. Oh, my pizza's ready. Hold on.
Your pizza's ready? Yeah. We're doing the broadcast from a remote location today, so we bump up Monday Mirages about 30 minutes. Levac is able to microwave his food. It looks like a nice Supreme pizza.
Yeah. Well, it's like, I feel like, you know those movies where they hide the witness in like a really nice condo somewhere?
Yeah.
I feel like we're being hidden for some reason.
And usually they don't let people find out the location, but we're still able to get pizza to our location, which is very nice.
Well, I picked it up down the block.
Oh.
It was like a fat guy drug deal.
Okay. Real or Mirage here again? Money Mirages, that is 100% real. I'm smelling pizza right now.
Let me move out of here. I'll get back.
Here's the first one. Studying the matchup. Now, 1 week already knowing it's Falcons Patreon, your opinion is starting to change on Super Bowl 51.
Wow, the only reason I'm going to say Mirage on that is I don't know that I ever had an opinion. Like, it's one of those that from the day I started looking at this matchup, I went, Patriots, no Falcons. Falcons, no Patriots. Patriots, Falcons. But, and then my head exploded.
Ooh. So Mirage, nothing has changed yet.
Well, because I'm still, all right, I believe if this is an offensive game, the Falcons win. I believe that if it turns into a defensive game, if it's a Belichick special and he takes away Julio Jones, then the Pats win this game handily.
One thing that's changed for me, so I'm going to actually say real. Studying the matchup, it's changed just because the Falcons' offensive line is good. They have an all-pro and Alex Mack up front, and he's not going to be 100%. Does Bill Belichick find out that one of their alignment isn't 100% and changes the defense and puts a guy right on top of Mack? You kind of see this happen at lower levels, college football and high school level, where you have your big 300-pound lineman and the other team's got a young kid playing center, and they just go at him all game long, and eventually he's going to break or get called for holdings or just not be able to physically handle him. Mack's a good enough center, but not at 100%. That's the interesting thing, and that could seriously have a big impact on the game if Mack can't move and the Patriots have a defensive scheme the Falcons weren't ready for. So I'm going to go real with that one for now, but we know Mack's health can get better, and a lot can still change.
We'll have to try to find Alex Mack tonight
and see if he's limping.
And then kick him in the ankle.
I don't know about that.
Oh, no? Okay.
Real or Mirage, Tom Brady will be the most entertaining athlete at tonight's media night.
I'm going to go Mirage. And the reason I'm going to go, two reasons I'm going to go Mirage. We're going to have a heck of a time getting near Tommy Terrific over there. But it's always some random. It's always somebody you didn't expect, probably didn't even know that is your favorite interview. Like 2 years ago, Malcolm Butler. Last year, Coney Ely. It's never, like I said, and then even 2 years ago, Jimmy Garoppolo was a lot of fun. And LeGarrette Blount made fun of me. So it's never who you think it is going in. That's the only reason I'm saying Mirage.
That's a big 1-2, by the way. Malcolm Butler and Coney Ely. Malcolm Butler, people can make the argument he should have been the MVP because of the play he makes at the end of the game. And then Coney Ely may have won the MVP if the Panthers win that Super Bowl with the huge performance he had. So not only is going to find out entertaining, but could be the next MVP we find of these group of people. I'm also with you, by the way.
Yeah.
I think it's a Mirage. Brady will not be the most entertaining. He's done so many of these now in his career.
He knows what not to say.
Right, 7th time at a Super Bowl media day, what not to say. I hope I find it, because, again, it's my first time. I find someone who's going to be entertaining and crazy and want to steal the spotlight tonight.
I'm 2 for 2 on finding the guy, so hopefully I'm 3 for 3.
And some of these players on the Falcons team were on during that Hard Knocks season. So some are used to the attention of the media. Some wanted to all be about it. Others kind of stayed away. So we'll find out tonight who stands out as the next.
And as far as those Pats go, 30 of these players weren't on last Super Bowl team, so they're not as ready as you think they are.
Number 3, Real or Mirage. The NFL's Pro Bowl was good.
I'm going to go real.
Wow.
And I'm going to go twofold real. I love the skills challenge, got me fired up for it, which made me happy. And then the game itself, they played with passion. They played like they wanted to be out there. OBJ had a good game. It was all in all, it was a good game. It's fun to watch.
I'm going to go with Mirage, but
You're a hater.
Well, hang on.
You're just a hater.
It's better than I thought, which the expectations weren't very high. If I had to rank the football games of the season in the NFL and said, okay, what would I want to watch? Going back, setting the DVR, the Pro Bowl would still be last. So I can't call it good because it's the least football game I would want to watch this season. Better, but good, above average, passing.
You're such a hater.
Didn't get an F.
You're such a hater.
Look, there's good students, and they can get Bs. But I'm not going to say good students are people who get D-minuses and didn't fail.
It was a fun game. And if you weren't so geeked up on watching men in spandex roll around together, you would have liked it too.
Real or Mirage, former All-Pro and potential Hall of Famer this weekend, John Lynch can be a good general manager for the San Francisco 49ers or even in the NFL.
All right, the can be, like, you've put enough in there that I should say real. But I'm going to say Mirage. I think there's just too much work in San Fran. I think he's set up to fail. I think a 6-year contract is crazy. And what's more San Fran right now than hiring a guy that everybody loves and turning him into somebody everybody hates over the course of 6 years because he can't do the job that you hired him to do?
Yeah, that's the one thing. That's kind of why Can Be's in there. And I'm going to go with real because let's say he hits year 3. 49ers are terrible next year. Second year, they get better. Third year, they're kind of good getting there. And if he's the reason they get credit the Niners for the turnaround, what makes it that another franchise who could be on the up and up or could be losing a GM doesn't pick up the phone and call San Francisco and outbids them or gets Lynch out of the contract? So I'm going to go with real. I don't believe it's going to be with San Francisco all the way through. Someone may try to hire him away from San Francisco if it's working. And we've seen that happen before with these non-experienced guys having success. Other teams will want to go after them and find out if they can do it for their franchise. Real and Mirage, a 4-overtime, quadruple overtime game between the Knicks and the Hawks was the most entertaining game of the season for the New York Knicks.
That would be a big, fat, stinky Mirage. You ended in an L. I don't like it. It wasn't fun. If they had won that game, it would have been my favorite game of the year, and I'd be here going, that's the kind of game that you build off of, and you make a run, and you're going to get in the playoffs. It's going to be great. Everybody's excited, and then you lose it, and it's like, whatever. Melo fouls out in the end. Probably the difference. He looked like a man on a mission last night, or, God, I like the way he looked, but I can't help but think, is there something wrong with this team that they can't win when he's the guy running the offense? Like, they need that multiple head attack, and if he's running the offense, it's just not going to work.
But I'm going to go with Mirage, too, but not for the same reason you did. You could still have an entertaining sporting event and have your favorite team lose.
They can.
Yeah, you can.
Not true.
You can watch a Raider game. Like, look, the Raider-Buccaneer game we watched together, Wolves 111, that was an entertaining game.
Right, because I won.
You would have said it would have been entertaining if Tampa Bay had won. It was an overtime game, back and forth. The crowd was into it.
Well, I'm a gracious loser. I would have been lying.
People who are not even Raider or Buccaneer fans were watching that game with us. It was entertaining. Was
the game entertaining, or were we entertaining?
Both.
Because you're crying, I'm praying. It was. You were snot bubbling like Blair Witch.
It was. It's not how I.
And I was like, "There, baby Jesus, I love you. Please make the Raiders get this kick through the uprights."
That's not how I remember that. It's not how I remember.
Pretty similar.
By the way, the answer is some of these buzzer beater finishers. They were more entertaining games because it came down at the end, and I know the Knicks lost. But watching someone like the Greek Freak hit a buzzer beater, watch some scrub and McConnell for the Sixers make a buzzer beater, who I read today there's rumors he may go to the Cavaliers to be that playmaker. I don't see that happening. I'm going to go with Mirage. There's been more entertaining games, but I know this. One of the most entertaining games I ever watched was the 6 overtime game between Syracuse and Connecticut. I don't care who ended up winning that game. You go 6 overtimes. People are going to be talking about it for years to come.
I just said my muffins are ready now.
Oh, your muffins are ready now?
Yeah,
I see that. You're getting paged to different spots.
if I'm going to be in here in the kitchen, I'm going to cook.
Really, Mirage? I can have one of your muffins.
Okay, I'm going to have to get back to that.
Okay, I'm going to assume that's a Mirage. Last one here, Real or Mirage?
I got to get an odd number.
This has been the worst traveling experience of your lifetime to Houston. Real or Mirage?
All right.
By the way, not to Houston, just in general, our trip's been the worst.
This, formatically, yes. I mean, you and I have a good time, so it wasn't terrible. Like, if I'm going to get stuck in an airport, I'm glad it's you. We entertain shit. Don't make it weird.
Okay.
But, like, man, I don't think I've never had so many things go wrong before. Like, the trip from last year from San Francisco, when we were trying to land in San Fran, and the pilot goes, "Oh, we can't get the landing gear down. We're going to circle around and try to get that loose. We'll let you know when we'll be on the ground." I was like, don't say on the ground. Say when we're going to land.
You know, that's a lot more scary than anything
Right.
we're going to deal with. Like, hey, we're just going to, like, drive around a little bit. This may work, it may not, but just enjoy your movie.
So we're in the air another 20 minutes, and I'm panicking the full 20, and my co-host at the time, who is in town, Brady, he's sleeping. So I had to, that trip, I had to make the judgment of, am I a mean enough person that I'm going to wake him up to tell him we're about to die? Or am I a good enough friend where I'm just going to let him sleep through his death?
Yeah, I think you made a good
So
call.
I let him sleep through his death. But we landed, everything was fine. But this trip, I mean, we were supposed to be here before 2 o'clock yesterday. We didn't get here like 7 or something. We got on and off of planes with cargo doors broken, and this one's delayed here, and there's a protest there, and they didn't have coffee for my Jameson, and it was just,
that priority, the one at the end there, is not as important.
For you.
Well, by the way, the answer is real for me, but I'm also, remember, this is trip 1 for me, so everything, like, when you go on your trip with your family the first time, and you don't really do this until, like, more so when you're a kid. When you go on your first trip to Disney or your first family vacation, you assume everything you're doing as a kid is how it's supposed to go. Like, oh, yeah, the ride is supposed to break down. This is fun. Oh, yeah, we're supposed to be sitting in traffic. You don't have an idea. Like, that's how I feel as a kid, like, hey, this is my first Super Bowl. I can't really complain about anything. It's my first time going. I'm so happy to be here. Happy to be with you guys at Radio Row. They lost my luggage. Okay, that's fine. Like, that's how it's supposed to go in Texas. Like,
but let's be honest. They probably don't. We don't know for sure they found our luggage.
Yeah, that's true.
That's why we're still in the secure location.
I'm trying to, like, in my head think, like, well, things can't get worse. Remember, like, when it was going bad when our flights kept getting delayed, I'm like, well, they're going to lose our luggage, so might as well accept that. And then it did happen.
Well, because once we were, okay, so we're on a plane. The cargo door won't close, so we get off the plane. They say come back in 40 minutes or something like that. So we come back in 30, and they put us on another plane. As soon as they put us on another plane, I knew we were hosed. I knew we were in trouble. And then before we even land, like as soon as we land, you turn your phone on, and you got the text message they lost your 2 bags, which, by the way, you had 1 bag, I had 2. Mm-hmm. So of the 3, so somehow you got one of my bags. So they lost those. So I sat there and waited for mine to come down. They didn't even they lost mine so bad they didn't even know where mine was. They didn't even know where to start looking. Like when I described, like they asked for a description of my bag, and I go, well, what about that tag you guys put on with the number? Well, clearly that's not on it anymore. What?
Yeah.
That's a thing?
So let's just prepare ourselves now. There's a chance when they finally do drop off our bags here in a few moments, is what we hope. They may not even be our bags.
Yours will be okay, because yours I didn't have to describe in great detail. Mine, there's a good chance I'm going to be wearing like lederhosen or something on Radio Row.
By the way, there's a 3rd bag that's our connection bag, which I haven't heard a description about that. Have you?
That's the zipperless bag, is the one that has because it has the clasps for the...
All right, that's a good enough description for you to buy that. I will agree with you. I'm trying to help you here. Prepare yourself for the worst.
I just got to say, I know that I speak for us when I say we're united that we won't use that airline.
We won't. We're united in that cause.
Except for
we will not use that again.
Except for the flight home, because we already booked it.
We'll see you guys on next Thursday. All right, 2017.
I don't even like. I'm so frazzled by all of this. It is completely out of control already. Jets hire a new offensive coordinator. Is he the right guy? Next.